All right, I think we are live. All right, welcome, Kyle Timberlake.
Thank you.
Well, we are going to do our first Pacific Kings tabletop live stream game, and we had a fun time with UB events over the last couple of years. But I think it's a good opportunity for this to bring this technology, the new technology, out, and over COVID, I really wanted to get this going with the live stream stuff, and I must give a really big shout out to the guys over at Victoria Gaming's been streaming for a long time, but King's Retreat has really Drew over there at King's Retreat has really shared a good amount of editing and hardware for doing this kind of thing, and it really got me into a zone where I think I wanted to bring the vision that I had to the table. Now, what I really like about what he did was the perspective, and we can see that in some of the 40K world and stuff. But I think we get to actually use it today, and so we got some great hardware, and we brought our armies out. So you brought your dwarves,
The mighty dwarves.
the mighty dwarves. I've got my goblins, so this is going to be a good rivalry matchup.
Oh yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. Dwarves vs. Goblins is a classic battle.
Right on. So for the people out there watching, we're Pacific Kings is the stream we're calling us over in West region. There's a large community in SoCal plays. I would say there's roughly about 35 players from San Diego to maybe Upper Los Angeles, maybe?
Yeah, the Valley, that kind of
area, yeah. So we are kind of spread out, which is a bit of a challenge, but we do want to represent and show that we are out here playing and putting some table down. We're busy out here in Southern California.
The weather's nice.
It's a beautiful day. I should be out riding my bike right now. No, I'm kidding. Seriously. So we're excited about getting a chance to show what we can do and what we're capable of. We're looking forward to going to Masters here this coming year.
Yep.
So that's exciting for us. We got a really great team. So we can try to go through all the players that made it. But
sure.
So we've got some of the guys that are out in Reno, which are really showing pretty good effort. So we've got Nick Murray, who's out there. We've got Blake Robertson and Sean. Sean also qualified for the team this year. And is there anybody else out there? Is that Zach Pierce? That's right. Yep. And Zach Pierce. Shout out to Zach. And
Paul qualified too, but he's being that weirdo who's going to become a doctor and save lives and
Damn
stuff.
it.
So he couldn't go to Masters this year because
well, I guess
got to move to New Orleans and learn to become a doctor.
Oh, good Lord. Come on, man. We'll see him again. Maybe he'll be part of the Texas team, who knows? And
Rashad qualified too, but he was planning on being in Germany, but he came home a bit early, so he'll be at the best of the rest. So you'll see Rashad up there. Me and Mike will be going.
That's right.
And then you have Britton and Jeremy Duvall.
Britton and Jeremy.
And, I think this is our first year as a West Coast team. We have a very competitive team, 1 through 8. But it was a tough competition to get to the top 8 this year.
Absolutely. I think this is one of the hardest competitions that we've had, probably in West, and there aren't any slouches. No. That's for sure. Every fight we have is a great one. Every community level challenge has been really good. Riddle of Steel, heard great things about that. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to attend that, a late drop, but we had the great games, great events over at Jackalopes. Both you and I attended those. Yeah. Some of our community came up there from that, and what a great experience that was.
Yeah. The Reno crew are great guys, and they've really added to West scene, and they've made us a very competitive scene. And we could bounce off each other and learn and stuff like that. So it's been really good to have that.
That's right. Yeah. When for Riddle of Steel, we had the San Diego's guys came up.
Yep.
So we get to shout out to those guys.
A lot of guys from Texas too.
We had the Texas community came out. We had a good showing for that.
The reigning U.S. Master came out to Riddle of Steel as well.
That's right. Did I hear he didn't beat us, right?
No.
He didn't beat us.
No, but I drove him to the airport, so
So props there. I heard we all had a good time for that. I'm looking forward to next Riddle of Steel. And how we decide to bring that out. I hope that we're able to make that a community event that's in a facility like a hotel or something that we can make that at a bigger event. We can get it a lot bigger attendance for that. We're looking at maybe 40 or something. I've got a couple of ideas for that, but we can discuss that. We can discuss those in the future. But
Britain's got a tournament coming up in September. End of September, he'll be having a tournament down in San Diego.
Now, what did he call that event?
He may be keeping it Bay of Kings.
Okay, that makes sense because it's in San Diego, right there in La Jolla.
Let me check my.
Yeah, it's in La Jolla, right? So. At least I think I could be wrong. Yeah. There's like a golf course or something near there.
Well, it's like it's gonna be like a rented out like atrium kind of area, right next to the marina there.
Okay, yeah. So that still can be Bay of Kings, right?
Yeah, it is next to the Bay. Kings.
I think we should keep the name and the legacy. That was a really great experience, and we had a huge Trident Realm showing at Bay of Kings.
Yeah,
huge Trident Realm.
A lot of water armies showed.
A lot of water armies showed in that event. But yeah, so we got Bay of Kings coming up. And shout out to the Bayou Battle guys that are playing right now as we speak. Looking forward to hear what's going, and big shout out to my man Dustin. But so we got a game going here. So take a quick look at the lists, and we're going to go through them with you and talk a little bit about what we got. We're playing the scenario push.
Yep.
And that's a pretty easy one. You can carry a token across the other side of the board. And there's one token in the center.
Yep, we already rolled. We picked sides, and we get one loot token.
That's
per
right.
Person, so
that's right. So I'm going to go ahead and start talking about these armies that we got here, and we'll go to the next one. So Kyle, why don't you go ahead and talk about your list a little bit?
Sure. I mean, this Dwarf Army originally I thought of at the end of second edition. I was playing Basilia for most of second edition, and I just wanted something different. And dwarves are pretty different than Basilia.
Yeah, right.
And I like dwarves.
Yeah.
But then third edition was announced. I kind of put it on the back burner, waited for that to come out. Masters in New York in 2019, I took my Basilia army because it was just easy to convert over to a third edition army. And ever since then, I've been working on this dwarf list to play. With COVID, I played a bunch of COVID tournaments with this, really trying to fine tune it. And I wanted something different. I wanted an army full of dwarves. And it's kind of like I picked a lot of the not meta stuff. If it was the cool new hotness or things I wanted to try something different. I'm that weirdo that wants to do a different army than everybody else, or a different play style, or look at things a different way, just because that's what's fun for me in the hobby. I don't care about getting that extra 5% of competitiveness out of my army. I'd rather just play it a lot and get good at it, and play something that I think is fun and themey. And this is full of dwarves.
Yeah, they for sure have a really great theme, and you've been pretty good about not trying to keep it all ground guys.
Oh yeah. I got one flying dwarf lord, but he's on foot. If you look at the model, he's raising his hammer with some wings flying out. So he's on foot too. He just happened to jump, throw his hammer around, and
harnessing the inner Thor.
Yeah, I'll have one single Brock.
Right.
Berserker Lord on Brock.
Yeah.
No rocks. So just a straightforward dwarf list. But the new Clash of King update, I think, really put it up to the next level. The Stone Priest with the Radiance of Life really helped. The army just need a little bit of healing to get it through stuff.
Right. The Radiance of Life is really clutch, I think.
Yeah. And Faber Ironheart is just a great, hero monster. Mm-hmm. And with the new Barkskin spell, I finally felt comfortable taking a horde of Shieldbreakers.
So, what are you casting the Barkskin on in your army? Everything's so heavily armored, right?
Well, the thing is, it is and it isn't. There's a couple things that aren't. Like the Berserker Lord can get Barkskin, the Rangers, and the Shieldbreakers. So it kind of depends on what I think is going to happen. Like Berserker Lord sometimes out by himself, and at Riddle of Steel, I was playing. It was Garrett Mercier, and I remember Berserker was out there. And normally it's like, all right, everybody lightning bolt the hell out of him and breathe on him. And then I cast Barkskin. I got like 4 or 5 Barkskin on him.
Oh wow!
And Garrett looked at it and he was like, all right, no, he didn't even bother. He was just like, not worth it anymore.
Yeah.
So even though it really helps change your opponent's mindset, or like all of a sudden the math changes on them, and I can force people to change that and it's mobile enough where I can put it where I need to. So it's a lot of armies defense 5 and 6, but the things that aren't benefit greatly from the Barkskin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I've tried Barkskin in Vita Varanger. You saw that game. It was surprising.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
quite surprising how much resilience. And I think that turn Scott charged me. I think I took exactly 30 points of damage.
Yeah.
And that was quite stunning. Like I mean, on a Legion, I could take 30 points of damage, and I think I had 31 that I could have. So I lived that by 1 point because I had that Barkskin. And so I think you'd be surprising how powerful that is.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about your cannons. You dropped down to 2 cannons.
Yeah, it was one of those things where I took 3 cannons because I had nothing to really threaten people long range wise besides the Dwarf Lord.
Mm-hmm.
So I needed 3 cannons to kind of put a clock on people.
Mm-hmm.
But with the way the army is now, I don't really need that much anymore. I have a second horde to do damage. I favor Ironheart to do damage. So I have more of a frontline combat. I can do damage myself. I ran into problems before of defense 6 armies or heal armies just kind of ignoring the chip damage I could do.
Mm-hmm.
So that gives me enough punch to pick up units. But I still need a clock to put on somebody. I can't let somebody just sit outside 9 inches and do what they want.
Yeah.
So the cannons, it's enough of a threat. And I don't know what it is, but they seem to be hitting better. Now I have 2 cannons and 3 cannons.
Mm-hmm.
They're way more consistent, and I've gotten more than once, like 4 hits out of 4.
Mm-hmm.
Just pure skill, just rolling the flies up. So I don't know. Maybe the dice gods rewarded me for not taking 3 war machines and blessed my cannon. So
right on. And you added Faber, right?
Yeah. Faber. He's the Steel Juggernaut was always a kind of a cool model. I wanted to use it, but just I didn't. It was not quite good enough. The Nerve 13 was kind of low, and only 5 attacks. I was like, it wasn't quite where I wanted to be. But Faber, for 25 points more, adds 2 more attacks, adds 2 more nerve, and it's just the sweet spot.
Oh, that seems great.
7 attacks, 7 shots with this gun. The dash 50. He's held up a horde at Riddle of Steel. He held up a horde of tyrants by himself.
Wow.
So defense 6 dash 15 is really good for a large infantry character.
Mm-hmm.
Is a perfect stat line to kind of do what he needs to do. He threatens enough and he's defensive enough.
But he's speed 5, right?
What
is he, speed 5 or speed 4?
Speed 5, wild charge D3.
Okay.
So and he gives a little more of a charge out in my army too. You can't he has that threat range people got to mess with. So I have multiple different ranges in my army for shooting and charging now that people have to navigate and think through. So
yeah, I mean, I still have nightmares from the last time I played you. So
well, those throwing dogs went insane. Okay. Rarely do I get such a good throwing dog.
So throwing dogs is a thing, right?
Yeah,
they're a thing. So
and a lot of people are taking stealthy these days, spell ward, and throwing dogs don't care about.
They just ignore that.
I just throw dogs out. I throw dogs at dragons flying in the air. I throw dogs at ghosts. Who cares?
I got night vision. Yeah. Okay, is there anything else you want to add to that, or
no? That's pretty much it.
Okay, right on. We'll go into my list. So this is 2,300 point. It's goblins. It's trying to use the formation. So it's got the exploding cav units.
Super cool.
Right?
The new cav unit. I see you also have the Grogger's Lug Lads.
Yes.
Those are 2 of my favorite additions, and it was just like, this is super cool. Like I don't think it's broken or anything like that, but it's just like, why would you not take these? Like this is like crazy goblin fighting stuff,
right?
Like,
it's just let's fight it out.
Yeah.
I think we talk a lot about there's some really fantastic players out there, and they play with a heavy shooty goblin list, but I think goblins can do more.
Oh yeah,
right. We can do more with them. You still need to have your big toys. And you still need to have a little bit of shooting.
And I'm sure you guys see the big toys you brought in the back.
yeah. So I got my big giant, which I've had for years, and for the goblins, and so he brought his brother along from
the heat miser.
Yeah, he's a former lava elemental from Salamanders.
Okay,
who was the character?
The special character.
Well, he's sleeping now, so so he gets to come over and play with us in Goblins, which is gonna be great.
And you still have the shooting squad there with the war trombones and the bang it. So you have a reaction force.
Yeah. You got your reaction force. It makes them make decisions.
I can see them cleaning up too, like with your combat units. Like They probably won't survive most games.
No.
But they do enough damage to where, 3 roll trombones and bang it will clean up most things.
You got to pick your battles, right? You got to figure out, okay, well, what am I going to let
Goblins are supposed
deal
to
with me?
All right?
Yeah. So, I mean, I haven't played... I've played this a similar list like this with Chariots against Bob Newson.
Okay.
And did okay with it. It was surprising. And you know, really, you're playing for a late game.
Yeah.
With this.
Yeah.
You're really hoping to get a strong success, and really, there's a lot of dice movement happening on that success. And so that's what I think the fun comes with it, is trying to get that going. I do have a Wingit, which is there's a little skeeter that you can see there to the right.
That was a cool model. I like that. I want to see it painted because it was a cool idea for a Wingit.
Yeah, I tried to do something different. I went kit bashed it a little bit. Still working on it, but this Goblin hasn't been on top of my priorities.
Well, for those of you guys who don't know, Mike has about 30 different armies. And he's he's always spoiled for choice. He's like, well, and I'm like, what am I going to play at Mike today? I don't know. We'll find out.
It's true. There is a spur of the moment pick, but yeah. So I thought this would be good for a good rivalry matchup. So I do have Tony Stark.
Yeah.
So we all know he's trouble. I loved him when they first came out. And
awesome. You know he gets a bit silly with Host Shadow Beast.
Oh,
but,
totally.
You know, Mike's a gentleman and didn't take that.
I did not take it.
But
no.
without the Host Shadow Beast, I think he's great. It's really fun. A bit undercosted, sure, but not crazy at all.
It's not crazy that way.
It's still fun.
Yeah.
It's super cool. All the new Goblin stuff in the Clash of Kings was all really cool things. I thought fit well with the theme, but are also really useful.
Well, and that's pretty much it for the list. It's got a couple of standard rounds and a couple little chaff, and then I got a couple of big giants, and we'll just see how it goes.
Yep.
I don't have anything else to add there. Oh, other than great big supports out to Cyle Pool, because Kyle and I have known each other for a long time. He's the one that got me into Goblins, even anyway. Even anyway, looking back, and he's got a similar list to this. If this is pretty daggone close to what he would probably already play. And I've talked to him, and I appreciate his efforts in the hobby. He's done a couple of as a shout out, he's done a couple of really great, interesting videos for people who want to learn how to play Goblins and they really just can't get the hang of it. He really takes an opportunity and talks to people about how to play and not be that guy, or find something that you like in the army and make it yours. I've been using big giants and stuff for a long period of time, and I had giants back when we had Bay of Kings in 2nd edition.
Yep.
I brought this army actually then, and I've just had a passion for this Frost Goblins theme.
Yeah,
and
it's cool.
So I mean, I'm looking forward to playing it more, and this is kind of me bringing it back.
Bringing Frost Goblin back. 2022.
2022. All right, so let's take a quick break, and we're going to set up the table, and we'll be right back. All right, we are back. So I've got a little bit of ISO issues since the change of sunlight. Let's see if we can adjust that a little bit. Get the screen just a little bit better. That's good enough, I think. All right.
Ready?
Yes, sir. We're going to start deployment. So Kyle has already won the right side of the board. And I can move this cam over here to see our table cam. Right. Watch us do our deployments here.
First unit up, Ironguard with a dog for throwing.
Dog of throwingness. Not excited about that, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
The dogs want to have fun.
Oh yeah! Those are the halberdiers,
The
phalanx
Bulwarkers with Brew of Strength and a dog.
guys. Yeah, phalanx, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna put him right here next to this guy. And I'll put him right here, and I'll get a base for that, so I'll let you get the clock.
The man, the myth, the legend, Faber Ironheart himself. Goes right there.
Okay. Boom. Camera!
Horde of Shieldbreakers.
It's just taking so much time, Kyle. I wish you'd slow
You know
down.
me. Goblins.
There we go.
Ironclad throwing dog. Yep. Mobbies.
Yes, sir. These are mobbies. I'm gonna put it a little closer.
Okay.
Let's do that. Thanks.
They're speed 6, right?
They are speed 6.
And wild charge or no?
They do not have wild charge. But they have the L3s.
They do. Another Ironguard regiment with throwing dog.
Okay.
More mobbies.
Get base for Beasts of Modus. I think I'm gonna put
Stone Priest with Alchemist Curse +2 and Bait Chant and Radiance Life.
that's the fiery
The
brother.
The fiery brother.
The fiery brother.
You got red hair. The other one got
That's right.
blonde hair.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and
Spot.
put the bandit right here. That's the girl with the two crossbows. She's also my lone wolf character,
Okay.
but she's going for bandit today. She also has inspiring.
The other Stone Priest with a Barkskin, Bait Chant, and Radiance Life.
Okay. I'm gonna put my wizard down.
Okay.
And he's got lightning bolt, bane chant, and staff.
The Battle Driller on the shopping cart of death.
Nice. Think. go ahead and put the standard Horde
Okay.
of guys right here. Let's go and put them not in the woods.
And just for the stream, height 2 difficult, woods, 3 hills, flat, and then a blocking terrain. Last Ironguard Regiment with Throne Dog.
All right. Throwing dogs. All right. Let's go with a unit of trombone. Trombone.
First cannon.
Also a trombone.
Second cannon.
What do you have left, your gunners?
Rangers, Dwarf Lord, and
Yes.
Berserker Lord with Blaze the Beast Slayer on Angry Badger.
Badger of Killiness. We go for the Luggett Gang. Or the, not Luggett Gang,
Lugger Lads.
Groggers Lugger Lads.
Rangers with the Staying Stone.
Nice. Now they shoot 24, right?
Correct. Yeah, one more drop. Maybe. That's it for me.
All right. So I guess I'll put down the rest. I feel like I've overbought. Let's pause the clock right there. In just a minute, we're going to come right back and we're going to do our first turn. we are back. We are just about to give out our tokens. Kyle has already done his scout move.
Rangers moved up a bit.
Rangers have overran my ground. So we have tokens to roll off. We only rolled one token for this game, which is going to be interesting for us. And so it's going to be a fight over this one token and the center token. But I think it's going to be really interesting. So yeah, let's go for it. I just needed to die here.
2, 4. You're
Boom.
first.
I get to pick first. Watch out. Watch out. So, what's Kyle gonna do with this news? Boom.
Right there, eh?
Let's see what you do with that.
Put that guy right there.
Perfect. That's exactly where I want it. Thank
Perfect.
you. Exactly where I want it to be. That's gonna be a hard unit to kill. So,
Alright,
Markskin. Oh.
Well, they're not getting Barkskin.
Okay. That's good.
Secret's out.
Secret's out.
Barkskin's not going on there.
Yeah.
This thing's gone really bad.
Now your dogs are gonna be really angry today. We know that.
Hopefully.
They are angry.
All right. First turn.
Bring it.
A 5. A 3.
Okay.
Dwarves always go first.
They do. Okay.
Luck to you, sir.
All right, brother. All right. Have a good game.
All right.
Yeah. So if you guys have any ideas for things you want to see in the stream, go ahead and let us know. You can type in the chat. We're watching the chat. Got a couple of different options for scenarios if you want us to try them, and different armies if you don't get to see those. I'm pretty sure we can represent any army that's out there through all the players that we have in our community, I definitely can let somebody demo an army or something if that's necessary. So go ahead and let us know what you feel there. Yeah, push is an interesting scenario. We do see that at Common at just about any event. It's one of the favors, I think. I think people like that favorite, right? I think they like push.
Well, it's one of those competitive ones.
Yeah.
Where it's like you have multiple scenarios, right? You have to keep your objective safe while taking theirs and move across the board.
Yeah.
It's not super straightforward.
Because that Pathfinder.
Oh, no. Oops.
Okay.
No, they don't.
Or they don't.
4 inches and a twist. And these guys. The dwarf motto.
Right on. Right arm.
It's there. This two berserker will go right here.
The ones with the banner, as far as the deployment goes, I didn't say this earlier,
Yeah.
so let's clear it now. These are the ones that have Strider.
Okay.
These are the ones that have the extra Thunder's Charge.
Gotcha. The helm of the ram.
Yes. And your Rangers don't have the throwing dogs, right?
No. They have crossbows. They don't need throwing guns.
They have the throwing dogs. And they have defense 6, right?
Yeah.
These two guys. Yeah. You can tell how well armored they are.
They have the fancy blue armor.
That's right.
I think the dwarf lord's kind of cool there. Moving a little bit over. That's it. All right. Time for pure skill time. Let's shoot.
Oh no! Game's over.
Faber Ironheart will take on the giant there.
On the red one.
He has moving fire, so just 5 straight up.
Right on.
We got 0 hits.
And he has range.
24.
0 hits, you said?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Get the hell out of the way.
That's next level right there. But the rest of the game, you're going to crush me.
Woo! We will take both cannons into this bang stick boys over here. So needing 5s. We got 1 hit. D3 plus 1. So 3 total hits with the blast.
You said?
Or whatever the
Oh yeah, yeah.
Explodo sticks.
Yeah. Explode. I was like, what? Yeah, thanks.
And then 2s. Alright. 1 wound.
Alrighty.
Little ones there.
Boom.
And then we have the Rangers, and my last bit of shooting. Actually, we're going to bark skin these Shieldbreakers first. Being 4s. 2 bark skin tokens. And then, well, the Rangers. 5, 10, 12.
I feel like you've done this before.
Into 4s. And then defense 4, right? Yeah. So 4's good. 2.
It was on.
Yep, those guys. So she have 3 wounds on them.
Yeah, 3.
That's all the shooting. So nerve check plus 1. I rolled a 9 total plus 3, 12. Okay. And that's it. Okay, your turn 1.
Right. That's a pretty smooth roll. Alright. Measurements for fun. So let's see what you put yourself at here. If you're like, please attack me. Please. Yeah. I didn't think you'd get that far, but it would be fun. What am I going to start to do in the beginning of this game? Let's start with this first. Let's do an advance up here and watch her. This is the Berserker guy?
Yep.
Okay. He's going. The clock's going, so make sure. Let's go. All these guys are 8,
Mhm.
right? And
Yep.
the Berserker is 16, right?
Yep.
So we know he's got the Slayer Sword,
Mm-hmm.
so that makes him a genuine threat.
Yeah. Crush Ray Vicious.
Yeah, I don't need 10 damage right off the bat.
He only has 7 attacks.
So 10.
I wish I could roll 10 damage.
What I'm going to do is I'm just going to stay out of his threat.
Okay.
Right there. If you don't mind.
No, I'll allow it.
Let's keep in mind that you're going to be throwing a lot of dogs at me. Can't really stop you from doing that. But I will keep in mind that I like to run down hills.
And just for those wondering, Britain's tournament is still called Bay of Kings down in San Diego. The end of September.
Right on.
Two-day
End of
tournament.
September. That's going to be exciting. I've been waiting for that to come back, and that was a really good event, I thought.
Yeah.
Had a really good showing. Alright. I'm just going to go ahead and try to invite you. I'm going to encourage you to participate.
Be friends?
Yeah, in this.
Both your giants want to give me hugs.
That's right.
We're here to get the hugs.
Alright. Let's go there. Just a little bit because I want the dogs to also be on the hill right here. So I'm just going to move them up.
Okay.
Move these guys up a little bit. Here to play along. I'm going to turn. Let's leave it there for now. Put the dogs here. Dogs here. Turn into a 5-ish. Here. I really don't want that damage. Can I take it off? Do you want?
60 inch fire range.
So I'm just out at 24. Immediately just that range. So I'll go up here on the hill. Maybe I'm just gonna go over here instead and be inspired.
Okay.
Does it invite you to participate? And I can't see anything from that spot. Just say that if you don't decide to engage me, I will have fun happy times. And I feel like you want to kill these guys.
I mean, in general, just kill goblins.
Yeah, I feel like you're trying to kill him. Could be wrong with it, but I'll move over here with that 10 turn. I think I'm just gonna go here with the longer play, and I want to be outside of 20 of these guys. Okay.
Okay. He's facing that way.
Yeah, it's facing this way. I would 13.
Yeah,
ish. And we'll just turn this guy over here. Turn again. Too far, so I can move back in case it goes too far. I really like the idea of having inspiring right here.
Okay.
And
I guess.
It doesn't sound horrible at the moment. Covered. Yeah, we'll just keep that inspiring going right there. Wizard. I think I will. You have Aura of Life here and here.
Here and here.
Okay. So they're basically covering your footprint.
Yeah.
These guys wouldn't be in it, right?
Not currently, but you can.
It's true. So I'll leave the wizard over here. And these guys all moved. He's facing the wrong way.
Is he though?
And
Is he? It's
I
goblin
don't have
technology.
a lot of artillery or anything, and range shots I don't really have a lot of, and I think so it's your turn.
Okay. Using a pivot a bit. Don't want you having that flank charge.
Come on.
Come on. These are 6 attacks. Let me check. No, this is on the ram.
Right.
So they have Thunder 3, and then Blast 2 on hits of 6? Or is it wounds of 6?
Wounds does 2 wounds on 6s.
Okay.
Right?
I
That's how
don't
it
know.
goes. Yeah, but I think that's how it goes. I'll read to you in a second. And let me get the. Just so you get the whole idea of their capability.
Gotcha.
I think they are 14 off the top of my head. Yeah, they're 14. They hit on 4s. They have Thunderous Charge too, though, but they have those exploded bang stick. The Hum of the Ram gives them TC 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and Vicious. They have Vicious and melee. And then if the king is nearby, they get elite, right?
Yeah. I was thinking about putting the Dwarf Lord over there to hang them up, but Thunder 3 with Vicious
Yeah.
isn't the best.
Natural unmodified 6 to hit melee resolves that hit at blast 2 special rule.
Okay, so it's only hits it blasts.
Yeah. So rolling 6s is blast 2 in effect.
Looking over here.
For each 6 rolled in the attacking unit receives a point of damage as the bang game backfires and an unlucky gun wielding it. However, there's no nerf tests for that. So for each 6 I roll, also when I make that charge, I take a point of damage.
Yeah, but it, ain't no thing. We'll charge these dogs up on the hill.
Oh.
And broken wing off already. Perfect.
That's a cool thing.
She's up there.
Bulwarks are 5, right?
Defense 5, yeah. Okay. Casting. He's got nothing to cast. He is going to cast Barkskin. The question is on who. He'll be the Shieldbreakers, the Rangers. The Rangers in trouble. So Rangers get Barkskin. 1. A little bit low for Barkskin. It's fine. We're going to throw a dog at those guys riding dogs.
Oh. Those dogs are solid.
8.
They're 10 more.
8. Needing 4s. 2 hits. And piercing 1. 2 wounds. 10.
For those watching, we like to use the tokens for our damage instead of putting dice on the table. It really keeps the integrity of the damage without the dice rolling.
Can't bump tokens. Rangers move, so they'll be shooting at the goblins. Needing 5s. Roll 3 6s, and that's it. And then D4s. 2 wounds.
Which one's right?
Rangers and those
Okay.
guys.
So both of them are right.
Yeah. So
There's
there's
2 ones?
4 wounds total over there.
You said 10, 12, so you have 6, 8 so far.
Next up, we got 2 cannons.
No, you don't need to fire those.
Shooting the big.
As a matter of fact, the crew have already left.
They've left. They're not even there. We'll shoot right here.
All right.
Good player, baby.
Oh,
Jeremy Duvall, 3 hits.
Geez.
Good player. Woo!
Oh boy.
D3 plus 1 each.
I got 10 damage coming.
3. That's 2 and 1. And 2s to wound.
Okay.
And they all converted, so that's 9 damage.
There's 10. Just kidding.
And then Faber's going to shoot at him.
Yeah. Big time.
Needing 5s. 2 hits, piercing 2. 2 wounds. So
Okay, so
to 11. And he's
18, 20.
so we're going to throw their dog at him first, see what happens.
Okay.
4s. 1 hit. No wound, so dog number 2. Three hits. And 1 wound.
Okay, so we're at
12.
12, right?
And that is everything. So these guys first. Double 1.
Okay, thanks.
Yep.
I would like that if you do that as well here. If you don't
I would
mind.
not. Over here, that'll kill him.
6, 8, right?
He inspiring
Yes,
him.
sir. I have the bandit inspiring again.
And
6 on waiver.
plus 1 because of shattering. 7. 19. So you waiver still?
Okay.
Waiver.
Phew! Woo! That was painful.
Cannons did well. Everything else
They
kind of went bleh. Combat. The hero dwarf lord into the mob beasts. 5 hits.
Okay.
Crush 1. Their defense.
Which one? Sorry, the mobbies? The 3.
2 wounds. Roll 3 ones.
2 wounds, you said.
Yep. Nerve check.
Yep.
Roll 10.
They're 9, 11. They're inspired.
And rolled an 11.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
All right. Hey.
Okay.
Good player right here. He will D3 that way.
That felt easy.
That was really easy. 2 that way and he's up on the hill.
Yeah. GG.
And you're 2.
And yeah, you let those guys live.
Yeah.
That was so kind of
It's
you.
part of my plan.
Wow. I really appreciate it.
That's why I turned the Rangers.
Gracious. So I've got, so you cast sleep on my my giant.
Yep.
The fiery guy is sleeping right now. Okay, that's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. Yes. Let's go back here with you. Okay, so we'll look at that. So you said, I don't mind if you charge me. Go for it.
Yep.
Okay. For it, he said. 20. There's one more dog left as well.
2.
Okay, got it. Got it. Defense 4.
Yeah.
15, 17.
15, 16, because the thing's only one mark.
And inspiring comes from
Yep.
which I'm pretty sure you're at. Let's see, 12, so just out of range for shooting. And what you were doing here was intending to block for flank right here, correct?
Yeah.
For the dogs. Because I think you mentioned that, so I appreciate that. Attention. The challenge here is that you're technically in the flank, so I wouldn't be able to charge that. Dog there. I think I'm going to humor this and do a double charge with. You know what? He can't see them, so I can't double charge. So he'll go ahead and obstruct charge there.
Okay.
Since he's almost dead anyway. He's just a standard shooting scenario. Let me check to make sure he doesn't shoot 18. One. I keep thinking he only shoots 12. Using him very often. He does shoot 18, so that would give me that shot. Okay. Yeah. And it's just a normal bow. It's like no magic or anything. It's
Yeah.
just a standard bow shot. So I'll go ahead and go over here. I want to be able to see him and shoot. That's too far. I wanted to inspire. Wouldn't that be great if I could do that? But,
Your choice.
jeez. Alright, let's go here and do just that, inspire. And then these guys, I'm gonna go ahead and put this down right here. Where I'm at. And I'm gonna go 20 turn. Face this way. I know that's exciting.
I'm excited.
Outside of infrared, so I'm gonna make that one turn. Okay. I'll take these touches. That's all I want to do is actually just be out of infrared now. Okay. Oh, I'll take that dash shot.
Well, goblins are good, but they don't magic heal.
Alright. I think we're just gonna combo charge in right here.
Okay.
King. Oh, you come to me, don't you? Like I would touch
No,
you
I
in
line to
turn,
you and then you center to me.
and then I center you. Okay. Who does have that gimmicky? And he's defense 5, and he's dash 14?
13, 15.
13, 15. Make a serious problem.
He's a bit higher up in the head. He's here.
Mm-hmm.
Put your king there in the center.
Yeah. Let me think about how I would need to defend myself after that fight. I don't really think this is like a high point in the game or anything, but it's like, yeah. And so my goal is to, at the end of that, so you said I was right here.
That's right there.
Yeah, so that's why I didn't do too much. And hopefully I should be able to sidestep and turn. If he dies.
If he dies, he dies.
We'll see. This is where it gets a little bit creepy. I've got 10. And you are 8. Technically out of range. Speedy Gonzalez. Stay there. He does charge pretty far though, you said.
Favors speed 5, wild charge D3.
Okay. So he could be 13-ish. I'll be just outside of 13.
Okay.
I'm gonna force you. You know what? I'll go ahead and accept.
Okay.
What's up here? As far as I can.
Okay.
Okay. And hopefully blocking any kind of external movement. Pivoting or
Yeah.
whatever we find difficult. These guys can go 12. And I'm nimble. So because they're in flank, could pivot right here. And keep them front. Okay. Let's back them up just a little bit. Okay. I want that they can't just advance and touch them, and I also want that there's really no turn that they can get to. If that's okay.
So you don't want them to touch?
Yeah.
I mean, they're still.
Can they still do it?
Yeah, just with that pit, you have to
Yeah.
get pretty far. So for them not to.
Okay. So I thought, let me know if so I'm
Yeah, you're good there.
trying to see what we got here. I think you're out anyway. In case, so I think we're good. So I'll back up just a little bit, just because I
Gotcha.
I understand where you're going.
Yeah.
With that. Then.
And then.
Are these guys technically on the ground or are they on the hill?
They're on the ground because they're not half of the
Right.
unit's not on the hill.
Okay. Would have been great if I could have charged with.
No,
No.
I disagree.
Oh. I felt like there was like this great opportunity being missed. I guess I get confused. All right, I'll go ahead and charge right there. I think that's a beat. That's a beat charge. But we'll see how that goes. And he's 16. He's older than 16, I'm sure.
Maybe. We'll see.
Before I even do this, I think it would just be great to measure, see if I'm in range, which I am just in, and I think he's out. So I'm gonna put the guy right there. On there too. Two. So let's go in front of this guy right here. Sorry, I'm starting a little on this hill here. Well, he's a little out of range, so I'm gonna stay back. Giant. something has to absorb all that damage.
Yeah.
So something has to...
Did he march or?
No, I was standing right behind him. He just moved up, and he should be like right here-ish.
Yeah, you're good.
On the hill. So he's...
Yeah, I got you.
And it was like 15 and a half from here.
Yeah.
So, and he should be well within 12.
Yeah, you definitely, because I hit your giant on this side of the hill.
Yeah, so I'm sure they're 12, even 12s. That's 13, that's still. And I think 3's not going to hurt them that bad. And the giant. And I'll just go ahead and roll heal 12 on the giant.
This types for the stream? Let me answer.
You can type right there, yeah.
Okay, so I can roll some dice. I'm sorry, I'm lingering, aren't I?
You good?
To start off, let's go with some Bane Chant.
Okay.
I'll put the Bane Chant right here, and I can re-roll it. I rolled 2 and 3. Over here with the camera. Hey, 5.
Hey,
That's me
3
do
does
it. Hey. Let's put this over here, and we can see what's going on with the battle. All right. So I got the Bane Chant off. Yay. Bane Chant. I'm gonna need that.
You need it. Definitely.
I'm gonna need it with those guys. All right. I also have 5 shots over there on Tony Stark.
Okay. Who's he shooting?
Tony's gonna shoot at anybody. You know what? Let's shoot at these guys that are in the room.
Okay.
Because they have movement on 5s.
Does he have movement to shoot?
Yeah. He's an individual.
Yeah. I'll try, yeah, they're automatic.
Yeah. But I would hit on 5, so 2 hits, and they're defense 5, so let's see what happens.
Oh no.
Alrighty. I guess we'll do these shots, and he's got like 10, right?
Yeah. Right here.
Yes, there's the 10. Boom! I'll just do 20. Well, I don't mean. That is 12. Do those 2?
Yep. 4s and 4s.
Yes, sir. Hey!
That was a version.
Turn it around.
How many?
6. And then I have the Bagot. My Bagot General.
Banging around.
Blast. All 3.
Okay.
Woo!
Doesn't he
All
hurt
3
himself
hit?
on 6s?
No. I mean,
Oh, no, when
that's
he
just
gets
these
punched
guys.
with 6s, right? That's
Yeah.
what-
Okay, so 3, 6. That's right? These are blast. 6, 7.
Okay.
And then I need your 5, right?
Yep.
So these are the wounds.
Another 5?
Wounds. That was nice.
That was very. Oh, that was nice. Oh.
And when it's a shattering too, right?
Yeah.
So, okay. So we'll add that in there. That's not going to him, but I think that's all the shooting I got. Did that? No. Those guys can't shoot or anything. So that's it. Any tests? I got this guy here.
A 9 to waver, 11 to wrap.
All right, let's do that. 10.
Nope.
All right. I tried.
A 9 to waver here.
Okay. Off the table.
Nothing. 7.
Tried. Okay. And I think that's it for the for the shooting damage, right?
Yep.
Okay, so let's do this here. The Luggage Gang. Well, they're 30 attacks, right? Love Luggage Gang. They're the
Well, the Lugger Lad boys.
Lugger Lads. So let's just do the 21st, okay?
Okay.
Since I got 3 dice to roll. I'm gonna hit on 4s.
Are they crush 1 or crush 2 normally?
I think they're crush 1. And I gain chant them, so I
Yeah.
think they're just on 2. Right?
Maybe 3s.
Yeah, on 3s. So yeah, they're CS1, but they have brutal. Not that that mattered. They hit on 4s.
Yeah.
No elite or anything like that.
And 30 attacks?
Yeah, that was just the first group. Yep. 2, 4, 6, 7. That was 7 there, and I'll roll another 10. Just use all the purple ones. Okay, 2, 4, 6, so 13. You'd be on 3. Skip the set, right? That wasn't too bad. I think I picked up the wrong die.
Okay.
That was 3, right?
No.
I'll just take it because I don't.
Okay.
Like,
So
move
9
too
so
quick.
far?
Yep. And then I got the king. He's got 5 attacks. I think he's just got CS1. Yep, CS1.
4?
Yeah.
He's elite. He's elite himself, though, right?
He is elite himself.
That didn't matter.
Yeah.
He rolled 2.
Didn't matter. And additional 1.
So up to 10. And their brutal makes it 11.
Sure.
So one more time.
Boom. Boom, boom.
All right. Well, roll the 12s.
Okay, I'll back up, or sidestep with this guy to the left. To the left. To the left. Go there. And then he's going to turn this way.
Okay.
Okay. I should be at a range. I hope. Yes. Gain chance gone. And I got one more fight over there. 7 attacks. Hitting on 5s. Yes, they normally hit on 4s. There's one. I'm going to take the 5 off.
Okay.
Because I didn't see what happened. And that would be 2 hits.
Yep.
5s. And I didn't do any wounds.
Your thunder.
No, wait,
thunder
you're
1.
TC2.
Is he part of the formation?
Yeah, so only one. It would be 1. It's 3-2.
The truth part of the
He's
formation?
not.
Okay, so he's only TC1 then. The formation gives
You're
him-
right. Performance gives him TC2. That's right. My bad.
And I had Bark Skin anyways. It would have
Absorbed it. Good to go. So I just did nothing to you.
Yeah, we have the giant.
And the giant gets to attack. Gets to play along. He gets to roll a dice 6 plus 8,
He
right?
gets to jump up and down.
He does. Doesn't get to use his Slayer though. You know that. His dice 6 and 8. I haven't used him in a while. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the infamous 1 extra attack for the giant.
Yeah. Yay.
Yeah.
I'd rather it be like 2 die 3, but whatever. 2, 4, 6, 7 was the number. Or actually 9. It's 8 plus dice 6, right? So
9 total?
there's 8.
And then 2s.
Oh, that was a lousy result.
That was bad.
I can stun him,
Yeah,
but you got to have headstrong. So.
I still got to roll with headstrong.
And I think that's it for my turn.
All right.
Unless you have something else.
My 3.
This is fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully it gave you some choices to think about.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna roll wild charge on Mr. Faber.
Okay. You gonna try to run through there?
I get an 11.
1.
Not enough. It's very close. I have a
12
12
inch
inch
out, but it's all good if he makes it.
That is really close.
I've done 11 actually.
You have a number.
Just for this purpose.
Hold him.
I'll let you identify. Oh, I'll say he is.
Okay.
I'll say it's in. If you want to
Faber
take
got that
that
option.
charge, yeah. I feel like if Faber goes after that guy and kills him, it's better than me killing my giant. So.
Yeah, I have other ideas for the giant. So.
You can shoot at him. Yeah.
And I couldn't hit. If you left the giant there, he would have charged the giant for sure. But because he can't.
Yeah.
Like, shooting at him is really. If it was all I needed 1 wound, shoot.
Right.
But I need more than that. So.
Yeah, I didn't think I could make it squeeze and pinch that little threat in there. He's nimble
Yeah,
too,
we're
right?
keeping him protected. Yeah, he's nimble.
He's nimble. I couldn't get it all. I could have backed off a little bit, but
He'll take that.
Okay.
Go there. They'll take the flank on these guys.
I just have to hope you don't kill it.
Yeah. They'll pick up the token. They are hindered, but I don't think that'll matter. They'll run into these guys.
You can
Or
just
break
put it
everything.
there, yeah. Thanks.
There. He'll join with these guys.
What?
Do his job. They'll move here. Oh, that one's a bit laggy. Got it. Healing wounds off those guys.
Got it. Okay, it's working fine. Right on.
Healing wound off the troop there. Come on, Aura. They'll take the flank of these guys. And then go front. Okay. Shooting both cannons into their hurt giant. One hit. D3 plus 1 for 2.
No.
Need
Come on. You're supposed to miss all those.
2 ones. Oh, I missed 3 out of 4.
Okay. So I'm
Alchemist
14.
Curse over here. What defense 4 in this guy?
Mm-hmm.
So I need 6 dice. Hitting on 4s. 2. And then 2s. 2 wounds. And then on the Rangers we got Barkskin. 2. Oop. 2 throwing dogs into the king. 16. Need 4s. Wow, really bad. 5 hits. And defense 4?
5. 4. Yeah, I think you're right.
4
These are
wounds.
4s. Let me check. Make sure. I think we know that Groaning Stark is. Yep. Groaning Stark is 4, and Mounted Horn is also 4. So 4. What you said?
Yeah, 4 total.
That's pretty good.
That's good enough.
Yeah, no, it's still 4 wounds.
Yeah, I'm not saying 0 could have been way worse.
Yeah, well, it's 12, 14, so it'd be 8, 12, twice.
Just gonna roll a 9 and be good.
Labor, yes.
Okay, we'll do this important one first with shattering on the giant.
Bring it.
5, 7, so 19 again? No, 21.
You know these guys have wild charge, right?
Yeah, they're gonna charge.
Okay.
So it's 5, 6 plus 14, 20, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And they're inspired. Got it. Still got it. Good job.
Cannons, do work.
They're doing the thing. I can't get 2 cannons to do that, but okay.
It's a lot of skill, man. You just got to grind the same army.
Just gotta practice it.
You
over and
if you
over.
don't practice drill your cannon crews, they're not going to do it.
Oh gosh.
You keep changing cannon crews, they're not drilled.
That's my problem.
Yeah.
They keep switching
Now
out.
you get it. Right here on the bang it or no wing it.
Yeah. Nope.
All right, another double 1.
Hey.
The king of the hill. Another double 1.
Dude, that's 3 for you this game.
3 this game.
That's 3.
All right. Okay.
You're working early.
Doing it?
Working early.
I give and I take. Give and I take.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. The important one was killed, so
Mm-hmm.
that's all I can hope for.
Did the thing. The
Did
other one
the
only did 2
thing.
wounds. That's
Did the
what
thing
it
that did the stuff. We'll do this one first.
was. All right.
What's their defense?
3. Dogs are 3.
The Thunder's charge doesn't even matter. 30 attacks on 4s.
You broke my center. That's not fun. I haven't done anything, dude. This guy's the 5.
Yeah. Okay. And then 2s. Five, 10, double 1s.
We're at now?
Right here.
Okay.
They're inspired by
Yeah, they're
Bang.
inspired. Just roll twice.
Surprise, they're dead. Who would have guessed? They'll go for a d6. An inch. They're tired. They got shot to shit by a bunch of goblin stuff. So.
True that.
Okay. You want me to roll this or?
You just roll snakes.
Okay.
Yeah. They're 12, 14.
You inspired. All right, Faber. Can he be the hero we deserve?
You want to decide how you want to? Oh, thank you.
Pivoting. All right, Faber on 3s. 5 hits. Defense 4, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I think the bang gets you 3, but I take
What is
damage in combat or something like that.
Oh, did I roll any 6s? Right, that matters. Can we look at the tape?
It might not have gone by yet.
It's not 2 5s. We'll leave it alone.
Okay, I trust you.
I rolled 2 1s. Is he defense 3? I rolled 3 1s.
What are we analyzing?
Is he defense 5 or 4?
He is defense 4,
Okay,
and he's
so
9/11.
2 wounds.
As far as the bank is concerned, and he's got inspired.
So 2 wounds. So a 8 does nothing.
He's fine.
Good job, Faber.
Yay, team!
Go bang it. Go bang it.
I'll just
Get
roll
your bang on.
double 1 of these guys. And they're inspired by Brony.
Alright.
Come on. You're supposed to roll another snakes.
Here. The giant. The Berserker Lord, the Lord of Berserkers.
Berserk of berserkiness.
3s. And then 2s of vicious. 4 wounds. And then 12 attacks from the Ironguard. They're angry. Everyone else has been lacking, so they got picked up.
Yeah.
And 5s. 3. Respectable.
Okay. So,
I need a big number.
or something.
No, he's fine.
Okay. So you added 3, so that's 7.
And
You're back down to 1. Yay!
hey, you're 3.
Okay. How do I make this happen magically?
Magic.
Do you believe in magic?
Maybe. Depends on who you ask.
starting to see how this is going to play out. What's happening right here? I want to see what you.
Well,
I don't know anymore. Did you intend? I mean, I don't know what your intentions were here. As far as these guys, yeah, and I just hit it, so I can give you.
I didn't measure it at all. I don't. Let me see.
Yeah,
they could easily.
It was close.
Yeah, no, they could easily fit. I just wanted to force them to make another charge.
I feel really bad about that. Sorry.
Well, I'm gonna mark you down. Negative play experience. Dropping my own bases on my own models.
Dropping on your own models.
What's going on over here, huh?
Party foul. I feel like at this point the cannons were pretty minimal in effect.
Ooh,
This has how many wounds?
2
One?
parts. No wounds on it and 2 Barkskin tokens.
Okay, got it. You lose quite a bit with this terrain piece. I think I will go ahead and make this charge.
He wants to be your friend.
Well, he is my friend. What's this guy's nerve? Dash 14?
Dash 16.
16. Thanks, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Not what a giant wants to punch. That's who his nerve is.
Right. Gracious. I think I can get by there. Disconnect. Disconnect and go here. Looking to be outside of his threat. So we'll go more over. Stay outside. And then I'm just gonna back up. I'll stay within 12. Blast him. And make it so you can't see him, right? Just gonna back up so he's out of his vision.
Yeah.
And I'll stay within 12. Make sure I can get that shot. They just moved in turn a little bit.
Cool.
Got out of his threat zone.
Yep.
That was his intent. Over here, I'm trying to figure out the layers of my situation. These guys don't have Pathfinder, right? And
No. The only person that Pathfinder's army is this.
And they have no CS, or do they have CS?
No.
Okay.
Just hit on things.
Okay. 12 attacks.
Yep.
This damage is his, right?
Yes.
He's got 4.
You can try.
Those are the Strider ones. I want to roll a die 6 and see what kind of. I got 3 inches. So I can go 13. So that gets me there. Pull up 13 just to make sure I'm not wrong.
Yep.
The better play is to keep them here, I think.
Okay.
Wants to. Still can't see the guns in the back. Can I see the character there? I don't know if I can or not. There's a split between the two. I'd be up to whatever you said was legal. Two here.
No, this corner's blocking it.
So even if I turned it today, I couldn't get
Yeah.
to vision. Okay.
Put your center.
Right on.
If this guy was a little bit more back, then we could have swooped it.
Okay. I would like to be in front right now. I think what I'm going to do is charge in here
Okay.
with this guy, and he's going to charge in here.
Cool.
And oh wait, that I didn't think I was going to be able to do that. Ooh, that's a problem. I think I don't have a choice. So Groaning was on the other side over there, so I have to go in like this.
Okay.
Unfortunately. And don't think I can get the king in on there. So I'll move him over here. I'm gonna go 10 over here.
Okay.
To make sure I can get this charge off, but I want to do it within 6. You know what? I can't really shoot anything. I'm just gonna run over here. Charge right here. So I can get 20. So just go here, and that gets me inspiring my boys, even though they already have the inspiring. We're gonna charge in right here. Make sure you do that so we can happen.
Yeah.
I'm running downhill because I was looking at 50%. Just need to be within 12 there, so I'm gonna go 5 up here. The outside of there 8. Range. That was fun. I did all this stuff, did all that stuff. The only thing I didn't move was this guy. And the driller said, "Hey, I'm gonna kill you."
You want to come play?
I'm gonna kill you if you come over here. I'll just come over here and turn a little bit. Should be on 3, right? Let's get that 3 there. I think that's it. Let's do the Bane chant first. Did I forget anything to move?
Oh, there, buddy.
Okay. Let's go with the Bane chant. What do you think?
Okay.
Bane
I'll
chant
allow
right
it.
there. So they're defense 6, right? I
Yep.
mean, I need to like hurt them. Yay!
Hey.
It's a reroll.
Yeah. You're good.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna shoot this guy over here.
Okay.
What's it? 93, right? That's a 3 plus. How often I use the wing it? I just built it, right? It's 3. It's 4. It's just 1 attack, and it's blast 3. Oh, it's 3 attack. I was right from the start.
Do it.
Oof. That's 3. It's like what?
3?
2, 3.
Piercing.
Piercing 1. It's vicious. That is on these guys.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
clear. I didn't roll any 1s. It's just so I got nothing, right?
Yep.
Yay.
Hey.
Okay. Let's move on. And
War trombone time.
it's on something that actually does damage. I don't know. Yay! Winged does nothing. I'm gonna go ahead and roll the 20. Just seems fun.
Yep.
I got 30 more, 10 more, but.
Having bad flashbacks to Masters.
Uh-oh.
These guys were also killed by a bunch of war machines running around.
Just running around. That one die that fell off.
Yep.
So I'm looking for 4s, right?
Yep.
So there's 5.
Okay. Up to
Which
15.
was half, and then I have 10 more, right?
Yes. The last guy.
Yeah, he said reach out and touch someone. It's a bell. I forgot one die. Nothing.
So 4?
4 more.
So
That one guy did 4 more.
He did it himself. 19.
We're at 19. What's your nerve? Like
21,
23?
23.
Yeah.
So you
So
have
we're
5
at-
twice.
You're at 19.
Yeah. No, 4 twice.
4 twice?
4 twice.
I guess that paid off. Not having that. It's still okay.
I mean, they would have made a double ones.
I don't think I have any more shooting, right? I'd find
No?
the.
Yeah, he marched
Yeah, you got a range and dronies and. So there's just tests.
once. Twice. All right.
Woo! They really
You're
meant
4
it.
for you're 4 for 4 and 11 plus on your nerve checks.
They meant that.
And
That token drop on the ground
he
right
will
there.
drop.
In a wonderful position. I can't get to.
We're right there.
All right. So I think we're done with that. I got the giant, so we'll just go ahead and do the giant right now.
Yep.
If that sounds okay.
Who's
Yay!
it going into?
Oh yeah, this guy.
Okay.
But the model was in the way. That's why I didn't.
No,
slide.
they were inch. They moved an inch away, so he didn't inch.
I moved him
Oh,
over.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah, where your base was.
Alright.
Yeah. Okay. So I rolled 1, so
Yep.
8 plus 1, right?
Yep.
9. Hey.
Giant stuff. Yeah.
All I need is 2s. It's like 3. We're just
Up to
laughing.
4.
We're just laughing all the way to bank.
Brutal 15 with 10 to waver. Almost.
9 with brutal. Okay. Alrighty. Let's do 14 over there. Oh wait, it's triples. Do you want me to snake on that?
You roll, yeah. With the you have to roll
I do
to
need to
damage
roll,
yourself.
though.
To see how many 6s you
You
get.
can't opt out of that.
Yeah, how many 6s do you get?
It's like, yeah, hurt yourself, please.
Roll double 1s to blow it up, but how much do you hurt yourself?
That's 14 attacks.
Oh, you're rolling.
I'm gonna roll. Nice.
42 attacks to see how much you hurt yourself.
1 wound.
1 so far. But you triple attack, so you're doing this.
Alright.
Yeah. How bad can Mike hurt himself?
Oh!
Up to 5 wounds.
5! And
one more.
yeah, I get to roll one more time for you. Yeah, that was dumb. Oh my god.
So 8.
So 5, 6, 7, 8. So I got 8 wounds. Thank goodness there's no nerve chest. And this is why
now roll double 1s to add insult to injury.
this is why nobody wants to play with these. Okay.
Double 1s.
That would be insult.
That would have been fun.
I'm just gonna turn a little bit with it and let you decide how you want to try to escape that.
They have to make a full 90 because they're on the edge, right?
No, well, I slide down in the corner because you were pointing diagonal.
Yeah, but the center up you had to touch, right?
No, you were diagonal.
Yeah.
So you were like this, and so you were painting
Yeah,
this
so
way.
you give a little bit. A little pivot and then a big pivot, right?
Yeah. So I think I have enough to turn just a little bit.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay. And I should have 8 then.
Yeah, correct.
Alrighty. Oh goodness gracious, that was painful. Alright. This one has Strider. TC2, hitting on 4s with the elite. Reroll those 1s for elite. Just a couple misses there. Okay, these are the hits.
Where's that?
Right here. Sorry.
How many wounds did they do themselves?
I'll roll it all over again.
She also it gets extra hits.
I didn't
right?
think count.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So those 3 become blast just 2. Is blast D2 or blast 2?
Unfortunate turn of events. They would become blast 2.
Okay, so it's 3 hits extra,
Yep.
but 3 wounds on top.
So these are the hits so far. These were elite rolls, which I rolled 2 more ones from those ones.
Woo!
Good job, elite. We all love that. So it's just another 2 additional.
3 additional. Because
So
3 6.
here's the 3.
Yeah. And you're up to 16 again.
And it's TC2. I
Yep,
had
just
Strider.
twos.
So it would be 2s, and I rolled 2 1s. 2, 4. Oh, yeah, vicious. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 7. Only 7. I really think that each time these guys are doing like 12 wounds. That was pretty
Minus 2, so 5 total wounds on them.
Okay, yeah. And I have Stark. 5 attacks. It's on 4s. And they're blast die 3.
Yep.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yep. He's press on center one.
Yeah.
That's the 2.
2, 4, 6.
Up to 11. 4 to waiver, 5 rep twice.
Boom.
You can roll a nerf check.
I'm doing that today. I'm doing the nerve checks. I'm not rolling 11. Well, I did roll some 11s.
Yeah, you roll 11 and 12.
It's over there.
4
yes.
times in a row.
Yes. Good job, Grony. He's going to advance, and the other guy's going to turn. Okay. He's going to advance 3. Is that okay, sir?
Yep.
And I'll turn him to face, like I said. And I don't know if there's going to be any guy there after that, but. Okay, so we've got what, 60 attacks here at Regiment 4s?
You got the Bane channel?
I did. And
Roll nerve check twice to see where we're at. We have to.
Okay.
Is that
7
going?
and a 10, I think. I think I'm gonna do 10 wounds.
Yeah. I think you do.
I feel like I'm comfortable. with
I
it.
roll all the double ones. You roll all the 7 plus.
So I'll go ahead and face this way.
Okay.
I know I'm gonna end up taking a charge right here. What I want to do, since I'm nimble, is make it that if you do end up charging them, they're gonna get flanked
Okay.
on that side there. It's my turn, sir.
Alright. Let's come back. For all it's worth. The goblins went there, so.
Just teasing me. Fives and 6s, or 5s and 5s?
5 and 4s, so defense.
Okay. Oh, they're elite, actually.
Elite goblins.
Oh, look at that! 5 wounds.
Oh.
Boom! Don't count us out. Let me swing.
Now roll 12 to
Let
make
me
it sting.
I want to play. Thanks, sir. That was funny.
Of course.
So that wasn't turn 3 for was it?
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm going slow play. Yes, I'm on 11 minutes left. Don't mind me.
Move 3 inches. Pivot. Inch. We'll take hinder charge there. These guys?
Don't do that. Okay.
Pivot like that. He's a 9/11. Defense 4.
Yeah.
And I don't have arc on this guy?
No. I intentionally.
Gotcha. He's at 7 wounds.
The giant copy.
So we want to finish him off. So
No.
we'll do the triple charge. The Bang Bros will come in. The Driller, the Berserker Lord, and those guys.
Okay.
Heals a wound with him.
Oh! I want my Bangit. Do it.
Obvious counter charges are obvious. And their speed 10, right? These guys?
Yeah, there should be 10.
Shooting. The once per year grape shot into the severely damaged goblins.
Yeah, you can take and watch. Hitting on 6s.
Hitting on 6s. One so far.
There it is.
One hit.
There it is.
Piercing 1. No.
Oh no.
Alright.
And you think I don't know. I don't know about attacking that second one. That's quite painful for my own army.
Yeah. Come on. Shoot him. We'll cast Bane Chain here because it's funny. No, we'll cast Barkskin. Be serious. 1. Barkskin's been pretty low today. Faber Ironheart will shoot at the closest War Trombone.
Okay.
Over here.
Okay.
You do 5s. Ooh, alright. Faber's awake.
Oh.
4 hits. And 3 wounds.
Okay. Yes. 8, 10. 2 wounds, you said.
3.
3. Okay. This one.
Yep. 8, 10.
Yeah.
Cool.
So 5 seconds. Inspired.
And then we will cast Alchemist Curse on your Bang.
Sure. That's 4.
Yep, so he's 6. So 6 dice on 4s.
Yeah.
And then
There you go.
There we go.
Better than 2 last time, right?
3.
There you go. 3. So 5.
Yep.
Good job. Good job. Good job.
That's everything.
I admired the list. I mean, I totally admire it. I'm still struggling to get in the game, especially with 11 minutes. I'm like, I don't got this.
We'll do the Bang It first. A 5, a Wavered, I'm assuming.
The Bangit is wavered, yeah.
Yep. And then the Trombone. Breaks him.
Yep, inspired. Breaks. Oh, you got him. Good job.
Yay. Get out of here, stupid
job.
Trombone.
I'm going to replace him with this one because
Yeah. And then combat. We'll start over here. 5, 10 on 5s. 3 hits. Defense 4, so need 4s. 0 hits.
Oh, no.
Gotta do the job. Over here, we have 25 attacks. 5, 10. 3s. Roll a shit ton of 1s and 2s. And then 3s. Maybe I should have made you.
You still got this, though. Still got this.
I converted better.
Yeah, that's like. There's
11.
a 1.
Okay.
There's a 1.
Alright.
There's
10.
Yeah, it's just that 1. Okay, 10 wounds. 7 will still get him. One time. For these guys, right?
Yep.
You can't take 17. I wish I could. Get up there numbers.
Is there?
I feel like I'm getting like points out of 7.
Yeah.
70 points.
Yeah. Yeah. No, who isn't getting their points out of the Goblin round? Come on. It's a steal of the century. The Ironguard, punching the giant in the nuts.
Okay.
This is the last combat. No, yeah. And then need 5s. 3. We'll go straight into the Berserker Lord. Need 3s. You missed 5 out of 7 times. And 2 wounds. So 2 more on top. And then the hero of battle is the Battle Driller, D6 plus 6. He's a giant as well, apparently. 7 attacks on 4s.
Yeah. Still doing his gig. He's going to take it down.
He hits much better than the Berserker Lord, at least.
He's going to bring him down this time.
Crush 1. 3 more wounds.
That's still good. So you're down to
What is he at?
15.
Okay, plus Brutal 2 from the Battle Driller.
2.
So double ones.
That's 17. So a 3.
8. And a 7. So that counts. You got it. They'll go forward D6. 4 inches.
It's unfortunate to lose my
Berserker Lord will go that way. D3. 1 inch. And Battle Driller will go forward D6. That's my 4.
Yep. Alrighty. Pretty sure there's 3 inches between here. Maybe I can't get through there. Alright.
You have the lists in the
Yes, they're in the details. The lists are in the details. I haven't printed, it's just described. There's no like download or anything. This one's weird, right?
the bang hits wavered.
Right.
And he doesn't have any wounds as long as I kill the other one. So the bang has 5 and he's wavered.
Got it. I was looking at it.
Yeah.
Good. Good catch.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm moving the guys around thinking, oh. I just backed them off.
Yeah.
Turn them back to 5 inches. Sounds like a shoot. I forgot about the waver. Alright. Let's see what we got up here. As my clock is burning. Stay there. You put 1 shield on them? Did I get that
Yep.
right?
1 shield.
Go there with them. What did you do there? Stay out of 20 intentionally?
Yeah. Yeah. When I pivot, anyways. So I was right when I was facing them. I was right on the edge of 20, so I pivoted.
Pretty sure that. I'll just go ahead and charge that head up.
Yeah, do it.
I don't really want to though, but I'm not. This isn't even really worth it, I don't think. I'm just gonna go over here. This way, and then turn. And I might have done that before. Okay. I want him to be outside of his vision. That's my goal there. Start. I can move better, but my intention is to hit his vision.
Or just want to get out of range.
So I'll just move over there. So, yeah, ranger vision is.
It's not that far.
Ah, okay. Fair enough. Wherever's fine. Stop here. And I need the king.
go through a war machine?
Yeah, it's in. It's
Not individual.
I think they have the rule that they're not. I'll let you decide that. If that's the case, I'll turn and go here,
Okay.
and then this guy will run that way. Right? He'll turn and run this way. Right? So I'll do this instead.
Okay.
Right. So it would be different if they can't run through. But let's just say, for sake of this argument, maybe only the individual ones can be run through. I could be wrong on that.
Yeah, war machine's not a special.
Sure.
Isn't it?
Okay. I don't.
It's the individual.
I remember seeing some people running through war machines. Okay.
Let me check.
But I could be wrong. I'll just shoot at the war machine. Alright, let's get the dice going. And he's going to. Their defense 6 as well?
5.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get the dice going. I'm going to lightning bolt with the reroll.
Yes, it's a war machine's yielding is the question. Because it's yielding that gives you the that rule
Yeah.
where you can march through people.
I'll just pause it. What was that?
Okay. Because yielding is the rule that lets you march through
Yielding
people,
lets you,
and I
yeah.
don't think war machines are, but I'm checking.
Yeah, I mean, I remember some discussion about that. I mean, we hear so much about it. And we found an alternative way around it, but
Yeah.
it's not game mandated. Want me to stop the...
You can keep going.
Okay. I'm not really worried about it.
Yeah.
But here's a lightning bolt. I'm going to shoot at these guys.
Alright, here, let me read the war machine entry for you.
Okay.
War machine, since crew, they are ignored for all in-game purposes, chicken movement. Yeah. Oh, the crew is. I'm sorry. The crew is ignored. That's what made me confused.
Okay.
The crew of the war machine is ignored.
The crew.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so there's your 3 hits for the lightning bolt on him. And it looks like there are 4 you said, right? So 2
Yeah.
ones.
2 ones. Sharks can take 1 away. Go back up to 5.
I forgot to re-roll 1 hit with the lightning bolt because I have the staff. Hey, it hits. Oh no, I hit with all of them. I'm sorry. I thought you re-rolled that.
Cheating!
Yeah, I hit with all 3. I missed with 1. Trying to remember my own rolls.
How do you play this game?
Yes! Let's go in and do the... I'm going to do the 2 trombones right now.
They're going here, right?
Yeah.
And 3s.
5. Not getting there. Okay, and then I've got this guy, which I just going to turn. It's 3 attacks. 2 hits. 3, 4. 2. 2.
12.
Scrony. 5 attacks. That was just great. 6.
13.
Need that. Alright, and then we got those 3 over there. Or 5 of them over there.
Yep.
Yours gun.
Choose the war machine.
Yeah. 1 hit. Okay, and I think that's all my magic.
Yep.
So, machine. 8, 9.
No, say 12.
12, right? An 11. Ooh, that,
They're inspired by
might actually
him.
go. Okay. Kill him!
6. 19. There we go.
Combat. And you have that 30 attack right there. Yeah, I was hoping to kill those guys. Ah, that's too bad. Hitting on 4s. Your defense 6. Or 5s. It's always 5s. It's not 4s. Looking for something good here.
4,
6 damage.
4 to wave, or you're brutal, right? Okay, 3 to waver, 5 to left. Once.
Then inspiring them.
With your fist.
Yeah,
Got him.
ah! 6 and 6, I'll pass. I mean, I get it. We'll take it. These guys are here. I think that's my turn. 2 minutes left. Yay!
What's the height of this guy?
Dropping him down to 3 would be a seemingly good weakness made him into. When did his height 3? Yeah.
At 3. Okay.
They made it so you can't shoot over hills. Wow, I got 2 minutes. That's disappointing. That was my 4. Oh, wah, wah. See, I need practice.
Yeah. Alright, so they'll charge the war machine and pick up the token on the charge. He'll hit the back here. He'll charge this guy from here. War machine will do a reform.
Alright.
They'll charge here. They are hindered. Keep walking. Here's a wound off these guys. Pivots. That's 5. Here's one of these guys. Everything. Barkskin over here. Oh, they want to as well. Is it majority or the whole unit on the opponent's side of the board?
I think it's majority in that one. Yeah.
Entirely on the opponent's half.
Oh, okay. So it's entirely, not majority, it's entirely.
So we'll go 2 inches this way.
With two.
Token. And we'll cast Barkskin on him. 2. Grape shot into that unit. Okay, 4 hits. They reloaded their gun.
Okay.
They're ready. 3 wounds. So we're up to 10 now. What's their nerve?
They are at 13, 15. So you can go ahead and
Faber will shoot here. 7. 4 hits. Need to choose.
The one that's over there has the 8 wounds.
Yes.
But
There
I
is.
just want to make sure.
Yeah.
I can't see
Yeah.
it here, so I just want to make sure.
What's defense 4, right?
There.
So 3 wounds on them.
Okay, so
What's the
5.
nerve on that guy?
He's 13. I think they did change it. It's 11, 13. It was higher before.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, the
It's
combat
like,
one
two
has
before.
the combat one has has the extra attack or extra nerve. And then we will go into here. 13, 15, 17, 30.
15,
Go into here with the Alchemist Curse. 3 hits. 2. 1 wound.
Still
2 misses.
Still 1 wound. Good. Getting a wound is important.
That is everything here. 4 wavered, right?
Where at?
Here.
Yeah, it's 13, 15, so wavered.
Wavered. Here. 7.
7 actually kills him. He's at 6. He's not inspired.
Yep.
I don't think I have anything that's very inspiring on my list. So that's see that 1 point.
Yep.
Was just enough. Good job.
And then combat. This one over here first. 12 attacks on 4s. And then 4s again. 4 wounds.
Okay.
We're up to 12 now. 12 will do it.
Boom. Don't need those guys anyway.
There you go, guys. I want to pivot as much as possible to keep you in reference.
Okay.
The War Machine, actually we'll do the Bang It first
Okay.
with the Berserker Lord. Needing 3s to hit. Oh, well, hits all this time. And then 3s with Vicious. Vicious. 6 wounds.
Okay.
Double 1s.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Whew, didn't roll that one.
This one, right?
No, it was that guy. And then Overrun. 6. We'll get him into the other War Machine. And 21 attacks.
Just total sense.
D3 to the right. 1 inch. I rolled on 1s here.
Cleaned up. Yeah, under. Yeah, that can really hurt me bad.
Yeah.
Losing giant. Need him to absorb more damage. Help fight the big chunks in there.
Yeah. Valdry goes D6 forward. The big 6. Alright. You're 5.
Okay.
Don't worry about clocking out.
This is all 2 minutes.
We're streaming here,
but
so.
they're all watching. Alright, so I'll just run him forward.
Yeah.
I'll just run over 10.
Hey, look.
So
Victory points.
Yay!
Yay!
Really, all I got left is to try to take this guy out. But Favor's going to do the rest of the job. And I really lost a way to turn him, so I'll just move him out of the way. I'll go here and I won't attack. I'll just turn him into the woods there. Maybe I'll move like this, so once you attack, you slide and touch the woods. I think the king will attack the cannon, and you wavered this, so that means I can only sidestep, which I will, just to do nothing, I suppose. That leaves lightning bolt and this guy here to shoot. I'm going to attack him.
Okay.
I decided.
Which one?
Doesn't matter. I was trying to be out of your vision, so we'll just call it. Whichever, all of you pick.
Doesn't matter.
So I gotta do my shooting here. Do I have shooting? Lightning bolt. I'll lightning bolt the character right there. Doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I can Banesham him if I moved up.
Yeah, you could.
Sure.
Do you have line of sight, though?
Alright.
Could you move more this way to get the line is blocking?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Sir, ancient.
Let's give it a shot.
Yep.
Thank you. That was gracious. Let's
He's playing sloppy. I don't think I have any shooting anyway, so here you go with the attacks on him.
Okay.
Grony, I think, hits on 3s, right?
I think he's still 4s.
Okay. Just so my memory...
He can't be that good.
Just so my memory sticks with it. Yeah, he's still 4s. So, 2 hits. Bang.
4?
3, 4.
He's crushed 2 Thunder ones, so 2s.
Okay, so 3 wounds. That was really well rolled, too.
Darkskin eats 2 of those. They get 1s. Back up 13.
I was hoping a little better than that. He's at 13. Wow. That's not going to do it.
That's why he's Darkskin.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, the
They be-
Buckskin
they be-
and
they-
the Iron, I'm telling you that. It's
The Iron-
really
yeah.
working for
The Radiance of Life and Darkskin, they'd be dead right now. Otherwise.
Yeah. Did I charge them?
Yeah, you charge. A 10, we'll do it. One more time.
Hey!
Mike can roll a nerve check.
Boom!
Woo!
That was weird. You're still gonna get that, right?
Yeah, he'll pick him up.
Okay. I got that comment over there. He has 5 as triple, 15, and he has the scythe.
Okay. But it doesn't work with War Machine.
Okay. I was like, oh, I got the scythe. I
Yeah,
can finally use it. No, you can't.
Damn it.
So he doesn't get on force.
Yep. So 5 so far.
It's just easy one. Or CS1. Doesn't really matter, right? Oh, God, I had 15 attacks to roll.
2. So 2 so far.
Where's the other 10 attacks?
And he's elite for himself, right?
He has 15 attacks, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so just want to make sure.
He's elite for
He
himself.
does. I didn't even roll these. Okay, 2 more. Not 3s.
You punted favor.
Yeah. Here's the wounds.
Oh.
Oh, but I got 4 ones.
So
More
he is-
additional
he is
than
at 4 wounds.
4 a test. Oh, 9. Not inspired. I'll take it. I'll take that.
Next time roll bad.
I'll take that lucky roll. Your turn. I'm doing the best I can with what I got.
Stop yelling at me.
I'm sure my clock's over. Okay, my clock over in that turn. So
Favor will pick this
you
up.
pick the token up and you play.
Yeah. We'll do the shuffle.
Yep. Carrying it across with the dwarves. Running across the goal line.
The hit squad will come here and try and kill Grony.
He'll come. Well, maybe he won't come back. He didn't come back in the Marvel world either.
Yeah.
It's my favorite character too.
Here.
I had to kill him though.
Yeah. Robert was the first guy to. He was done
No.
acting.
I don't play this guy anymore.
Made enough money.
Yeah, I'm sure he has.
Ooh, Bane Chant the
Made
Battle
plenty of
Goat. He's Bane
money. I don't
Chant.
think he was hurting for money either beforehand.
Oh, he had that bad episode for a while where he was out of favor. I don't know if he lost doing a bunch of coke and stuff like that.
No, that was a long time ago though.
Yeah, but I mean,
Like years before.
but you can lose all your money doing that stuff, and then
Well, yeah, but I'm sure he turned to leave now, right?
yeah, no, he's
Got
fine.
kids and all that.
He's he turned. I mean, that's why he got the job.
Yeah.
He turned it around.
Yeah. But he also has a couple other characters he is like what Sherlock Holmes and
Yeah, I don't think they haven't done a new show. I don't think they're doing that again.
no.
They haven't done another one in forever. All right,
The last one was kind of wonky. It was a little overboard.
yeah. Alchemist Curse.
I like it.
We got 3 hits.
I love Alchemist Curse.
That's great.
It's doing its thing right now.
3 wounds. That's a 13 over there.
Yeah, 13.
Nerve check.
5. That's snakes, right? Yeah, just pull. Man, I did a lot of damage to myself.
That's a lot of damage. All right. Berserker Lord coming off the hill into Grony.
Okay.
5 hits. 2 is a vicious because of PC. 5 wounds. Battle Driller, D6 plus 6, another 1. We both can only roll 1 for our D6s. Yours were a little more, little worse there.
Yeah.
3 hits.
Okay.
And Crush 2 because of Bane Chant.
Right.
3 wounds.
Still have 4.
4, so okay, 3 wounds. How was it total 5?
5, 3, 8 plus brutal 10. 16
He's
and 19.
Nice 12, 14, so that should count. He was in that zone.
Popped him. The hit squad came down.
Yes.
And you're 6. Or you're 5. Right?
It would. I think that was my 5 last turn, so this would be my 6.
Yeah, you're 6.
I don't know what I can do at this point, so
Yep.
I mean I can shoot this guy here and he's at 6, right?
Yeah.
So
That's
good game, my friend.
Game, sir.
Good game. Good. You're always showing me what Don't give up on the dwarves. Don't give up. Stick with it.
We aren't dwarfing around over here, all right?
All right. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up real quick, but then we're gonna come back and do a quick review of the game, and so just hang in there. we're back. Kyle, congratulations on the game, brother. Good job.
Dwarf power.
Get Dwarf power. You stick to your guns.
Everyone knew this.
Yeah, it's true. It's
Dwarves
true.
never lose against goblins.
That's right.
Never.
I'll get a rematch. I'll be back. You took down both my big giants. That hurt my feelings.
It made me feel good.
All right. So yeah, we had a good game. It was a good experience. Yeah, I haven't played Goblins a lot in third, and so it was good to bring that back and just to bring them down on the table. It felt really good. You know, the visuals are good, and I like the feeling of playing the army. I really enjoy the flexibility. I have 18, 19 units on the table, something like that.
Yeah.
So
I was like, I have 15 drops, and I'm like, all right, near the end, I was like, I wonder how many drops. I looked over, and I had a bunch. I'm not even playing this game over. I'm just gonna put stuff down. Like,
yeah,
you're way out dropping.
I feel like I don't have any excuses in those situations, right? So if you really have the opportunity to put 4 or 5 strong units down on a side that's undefended, it really comes down to making sure you can execute your plan. Yeah. And so I mean, I think it was in a lot of situations here, it was my game to lose. In a lot. I mean, I'm not saying that you didn't have anything to do. I'm trying to say is that with that late placement, I
was worried about that. I knew that was going to be what would happen. I was like, and I had to hedge my bets. I was looking at the board, and I'm like, do I go left, right? Like, I didn't want to leave. I like to play more kind of to one side with my army because it's so slow. Yeah. And it works with a lot of supporting units. But if I did that, I knew it would give you an easy opportunity just to kind of walk a token up by itself on something super cheap.
And just grab it real quick.
So I wanted to force you to at least put the token on something that was worth more points to guarantee that it, but at the same time, it kind of like, that forest kind of saved me in a way, I want to say. Yeah. Because you kind of went around it. If it was like open terrain or something you could have looked over charge-wise, that flank would have happened faster. Yeah. And that would have been more of a problem for me.
It definitely slowed my flanking strategy. Yeah. And I took far more damage with that unit in the first turn than I had anticipated. Yeah. And that was surprising as well. I mean, obviously I went second. Yeah. So that's going to have an impact as well. And so you have to plan, like, I guess if I go second, is this going to matter on my placement? Yeah. Both of us are playing a Masters, and so this is a good learning experience. And I think, I made some. I mean, we can get into each of our plays, but when I get back to the beginning of the game, I really was pretty comfortable with where I deployed. Yeah. I might have used my initial movements a little differently now that how I played, but I feel like I was very comfortable with what I had placed outside of how I chose to use that terrain piece, and maybe I was a little bit too close with that regiment of Cav, because taking so much damage to it really made me want to protect it, because I really wanted to get that. Yeah. And so when you on your deployment, what kind of things were you thinking that you were targeting?
Well, I kind of like with my deployment with an army, like I have some set pieces I put down, like it goes down in not necessarily this order, but like these units go together with these units, and then like I have toolbox units, and depending on who I'm playing against and what scenario I'm playing, those toolbox units change. Yeah. And those are the last ones to go down. With your giants being down early, I know that was a priority target for the cannons. And looking at the board, they had a pretty good firing line.
Yeah, I didn't have any woods in the center of the board to hide behind. There's no giant protection in this one. Yeah. And since I didn't get table sides, I also didn't have the liberty to hide them well. Yeah. So I was kind of stuck there. So cannons were giants normally number 1. They had no way of healing, so chipping away at them was fine, and dogs, and that's kind of what happened is the cannons and dogs took away one giant, and then combat took away the other. Is kind of how I want to play that. Yeah. A double giant list or a double monster list. That's solid.
And then my secondary targets would have been the cavalry units, because they're height 3, so I can hide the cannons behind my lines if I want to. But this one, it just seemed like a bit better to have it off to one side. Yeah. And I had enough of an arc with the terrain on board that they just had shots of return. I felt like they were in a really good spot, and you had a shield with that other piece of terrain. Yeah. So there's that ruins that was there. Yeah. And that
protected you from me being able to shoot them even within 16 inches or so.
Even growing, like it's you pay extra points for a dwarf cannon, but it really pays off in the nerve and the defense. Like defense 5 and 10-12 is much better than every other cannon's 9-11 defense 4. That chip shooting or that lightly hitting combat character is going to bounce a lot. So it helps keep them in the game, and you really have to focus. And I think you're seeing that you're growing. You're like, does it even matter? Like you're kind of see you doing the calculation in your head. Like, do I shoot that?
Yeah.
If they were defense 4, 9-11, I think it was an easier choice.
It was an easier choice. Yeah. So that's where I completely admit that. And on the same side, I was looking at the amount of regiments that you had on my left side of the table, and thinking they're not very effective combat-wise, and really they're immaterial to the aspect of the game.
Yeah.
So I really was in doubt whether to even invest anything in them.
Yeah.
Right. So why really bother with them if we just gonna? You notice I didn't charge the last one at the end of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably could have done enough damage on 4s to make them close to wavering, but not kill them. And so I was like, clock time being what it is, it's not really worth the charge. I'll make it inconvenient for you to try to score those points.
Yeah.
You could probably still have done it with another couple extra turns. Maybe you just got to my flank and an extra turn, since I wouldn't be able to move clockwise in a Masters scenario. I mean, you and I mean, we've played many times over the years. So I would look at this from the standpoint of even now I'm looking at this as a disadvantage of playing a large variety of armies, right? So I look at this.
You definitely tell you were figuring out your list still. I played this list so many times that everything was memorized, and I knew what. It's not so much I knew what my army could do. I knew what my army could do against other people's armies. I think that's the biggest thing to learn with your army is know how your army works and what it can and can't do, but know how it works against all the other archetypes. What does it do against cheap chaff rabble type units? What does it do against monsters? What does it do against
war machines?
Cavalry, war machine,
War machines.
Do I charge war machines?
Big lesson learned there. It's like, I'm rolling dice and I'm not counting the 6s. Oh no. Yeah. That was quite amusing.
I knew my tools and how to use them, and you were still kind of like, hammer or
yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about your first turns in the game, or you want to go through like turns 1 through 3, or
I mean, like the battle played out pretty much how I wanted it to. With the tokens all being on one side and the center one, I knew my right flank, your left was irrelevant really. As long as I held everything up and killed what I needed to kill, you couldn't get by the time you get across, it's too late. That's kind of what happened. One mistake I made was with the Dwarf Lord. The charge was fine. I shouldn't have sidestepped. I should have backed up.
Yeah.
And I totally forgot that. I honestly just totally forgot that those guys were there. I wasn't even thinking. I was moving around. And so I think with the wild charge, they still would have been able to get the charge off because they were touching the hill.
They were very close.
It would have put them in a much worse spot than they were.
Yeah, I agree.
Later on, they went with the hill charge. Things are different at that point. So.
But when you look at that, it would have only been rewarding, in my mind, if my token was on that side of the table.
Oh yeah,
that would have changed.
If they were holding the token, that was a huge.
It would have been a whole new thought process, and really, now that I think back hindsight, I probably would have tried to focus more on what I need to do to get the token instead of dealing with your army. And I think you were
too focused on trying to hurt me instead of trying to get the objective.
Yeah. Totally. And the thing is when you have two cannons like that, you're on a time schedule.
And that's what they're there for. Yeah. Like I said before the game started.
I was thinking to myself, if I don't get first turn, I'm going to take whatever you can do. And it's 2 turns before I can get there, and you have the defense line. Plus the shield of the terrain, which worked in your favor. I mean, you got first turn, and that's how that works. I mean, you got first choice, and that's great. And I was like, well, what do I do to defeat that? You have to try to start thinking outside the box, and that's why I like this army, the Goblins, because I feel like they have the tools, and the units, right? Because I had like 18, 19 units on the table. I don't have an excuse for not being able to control the environment.
But with 18, 19 units you're not familiar with, it can be a bit of a Keystone Cops kind of thing until you can figure that out.
That's right, and I think my deployment also showed flexibility in that, but then you have to say, okay, where are you the most effective against defense 6 targets, right? I mean, it's like, okay, defense 6 target. I need to think how am I gonna actually break that? And again, having a lot of units on the table also means it's going to spend more of your clock time.
Yeah.
Right. And so be aware of that when you play when one has. We haven't really covered first and second turn, but when you're looking to pick an army for these larger scale events, you have to try to get these. I recommend trying to get these armies down to a playable, because the clock really means something in this.
Yeah, for sure.
And on one side, I think that is advice to play the game. On the other side, I think it actually hurts some of the flexibility of the designs of the lists, because you're losing. If it takes a little longer to play a game that has a lot of units, I think that should be the benchmark. Really, for some of those many.
Well,
okay, so if you have
at the Masters level playing 19 plus units,
totally,
and they're not clocking out.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I think
O'Neill,
it could
for
be,
example, right?
Yeah, it could. It's one of those things where I think maybe for you,
in this example,
this example, it doesn't work. It's
I wasn't prepared.
An army, and maybe if you stick with it and play just this army and rip a bunch of games through, you hit a point where you are making the clock no problem.
We know that.
You have to practice.
However, the point is that what I'm trying to express is this is the kind of army that you really need to practice,
100%.
hone, and solo it, and because it's that much larger, I'm not suggesting that you can't do it. What I'm suggesting is more, try not to jump in this as your first army and take the Masters and that's not. You're going to be making yourself harder for you, and because I don't think it's the environment's not built toward that. You can play it and you can be a pro and be successful with it, but I've been taking this army several locations with a simpler version. But with all the extra dice rolling and stuff, you need to be ready on that. You need to know, okay, I'm rolling exploding dice now, so I need to be concerned about that in that turn. If your whole turn is 15 minutes, you want to make sure you're planning your moves and all your dice attacks. You've got shooting, elite rolls, you got vicious rolls you're doing, and all that. And I end up picking armies that
have a bunch of rules,
have a bunch of complexity, and I put myself into that position. And so that's where I'm at. Okay, 5th turn I clock out, and I did that at Jackalopes too. So I brought an army where it's like, oh crap, I needed to, one moment I wasn't effective with the dice, and all of a sudden I have to do that same attack over again because I didn't break it. And so anyway, that was just going on a tangent on army selection and variety of what I've learned over the years. So for me, turn 1 and 2 and 3 didn't seem really hard, but again, the activities of trying to break defense 6 is.
Yeah, and it's defense 6 on a regiment base. I think that's the biggest key.
Yeah.
Is I play this army enough. I really know how to prevent you from double charging, and it's really hard to pick up a defense 6 unit without double charging. Yeah. And that's how I think of the game is prevent double charges, force single charges, and then
grind it out.
Grind it out.
Yeah, and you've got that situation in between the two terrain pieces where it's like, I'm not going to be very effective with that. Like, you sat right in between them. If I double charged anything, I'm now hitting on 5s in most cases. Yeah. And I'm dealing with a defense 6 target hitting on 5s. I'm never going to get through that in I don't know how many turns. So it's why get into the grind, and I need those pieces. So I'm thinking run around. Yeah. Right? I'm thinking run around and make you turn, make it uncomfortable. You're like, oh crap, I'm not effective either. I'm also not using my pieces to come back, because at some point in the game, I know I played Dwarves too. At some point, you're thinking, okay, I can't come back and help anymore. I'm out of the rest of the game with these guys. So I'm hoping that at some point you're turning to face and I run by. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And really, you're just so effective, and I did so much damage to myself. Yeah. I was like,
war machine hunting's not good for goblins with exploding space.
Yeah. So really good learning experience for me. Now turn 4 or 5. How do you feel?
It's the one thing I was worried matchup wise is, do I kill a giant with shooting, and can I force the giant into a bad combat where I can then countercharge it? And one thing I've really been working on and not doing is I want to throw the battle driller in. right? Like, yeah, battle driller, go. But unless I know I have a really good chance of breaking that combat, the battle driller becomes a liability because he's only 10, 12, defense 5.
Right.
And he's an individual. So if you fail to break that combat, they countercharge battle driller, he dies, go back into it's a 2-for-1 pickup. Right? So with that turn, I charged the Berserker Lord in and the Regiment, knowing both were bad targets for the giant.
Yeah.
Did enough wounds that time, didn't waver or anything, but I didn't think I was. But no, I moved the battle driller into that turn into a point where I know next turn I can slide everybody over and fit all 3.
Yeah.
And then those 3 together, with enough wounds he already had enough, was enough to punch him through.
It's really effective if you're able to get that cannon in the
Yeah.
beginning. Like if you're able to just get a couple of those strong shit. I mean, I took 9 wounds in the beginning of the game for turn 1 before it even
No,
moved.
turn 1, I didn't do much.
Oh.
It was turn 2.
Was it turn 2?
Turn 2, I rolled 3 out of 4 hits.
Got it.
That's and then
Got it.
I wavered him on that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had this, and then the rest of the game, the cannons didn't do much rest of the game, but they had that turn 2. They showed up when they needed
And they
to.
showed up right when they needed
And then I was able just to chip another wound off them the next turn. And like my throwing dogs were pretty crap this game. They didn't do anything really. Faber did some work, except when he bounced off the the bang it.
Well, he's a solid problem because you have to decide: do you invest enough effectiveness to take down like a Knight Horde or a Knight Regiment?
Yeah.
He's like 15, 17, and defense 6. I mean, you have to really commit to take him down.
Yeah.
And he's just running around in your field, and you have
just annoying enough.
Just annoying and just effective and well rounded.
Yeah.
Like I mean, it's almost he's an auto take.
And he won me the game.
Yeah.
Because that's the one thing my list was missing before. I didn't have a fast, nimble unit strength unit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what he did. Like when you kind of got lucky and killed that Shieldbreaker Horde.
Yeah, that Horde.
He was there just to pick it up. He was like, cool.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
He had other things I wanted to do, but I was like, you know what? Win the game.
Mm-hmm.
And he gives me those options to grab objectives quickly that I didn't have before. So.
Well, I was hoping my Wingit was going to hang around a little longer and he was a little bit more effective. He didn't really roll very well and didn't participate long enough in the game, and I didn't maybe use him well enough.
Yeah, I think he was a bit too far off by himself. Like more central would have been a better spot.
I think I was hoping that Faber was going to go after him, or he wasn't going to. Like, I didn't want. There was that gap between there, and I didn't want that gap there.
Yeah.
But I could have probably moved in a better to prevent this. But then I was thinking to myself, maybe he'll miss with the cannons on the second time around.
Yeah, that's possible.
And this is a big gamble for him in the game if you charge that Bangit and then don't kill him with Faber. It's like
on the counter charge from the giant, I'm not worried about Faber dying, really.
Yeah.
The giant has to roll pretty hot to kill him.
Yeah.
So if the giant, if I failed, my thought was, Faber's still there. The front charge, he's unlikely to kill him. He's self-inspiring.
Yeah.
He's dash 15. You did 1 to 3 wounds to the other.
Well, the problem is I only rolled ones on all my attacks.
If you max,
I should roll 3, right?
If you max it out, you're looking at 7 wounds if you're doing good, right?
Yeah. At a good time, the giant himself
with brutal as 8, so you need 7s twice. Like that's on a.
That's on a good condition.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think 5 or 6 is what I would expect for them to do damage, and they were doing 2 or 3.
Yeah. Even if you do roll the 5 to 7, Faber's still pretty safe.
Yeah.
And you're already so wounded, his counter charge kills the giant, and we're still good.
Yeah. I mean, and so the question comes is really the heart of that one. Really, in my mind, was when I was looking at that giant and Faber and that little gap that I left there.
Yeah.
I was hoping the gap wasn't big enough for him, but I didn't measure.
Yeah.
Right? I was hoping, and that's another learner. Is like, I should have probably just measured and said, you know what? But really, the shield that I had built there wasn't intended for him.
No.
Right.
The shield was for the bulwarks.
Right.
That's where you're worried about.
Yeah. So it was like, okay,
because you didn't want the bulwarks to. And I don't think there's a way with those 2 units you had to protect the flank of the giant for the bulwarks and
right. I was,
if you had 2 Mobbies packs, yes, because they're nimble and fast enough, you could use them, and they're wider.
Yeah,
but the rabble where it was and the 1 Mobbies pack, I don't think there was a way to do both.
I agree. And that may be just that, because I don't think I used the other rabble well enough on the other side of the table. So I think that may be something I should have done is
Yeah.
use the 2 rabble in concert with that package.
Yeah.
Right. With
Yeah.
that double giant
Especially with my
And-
army, like the
gunnery.
Lugger lad boys, like they don't really need charge protection from me because they're getting the charge off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not fast enough. Like
Mm-hmm.
the different armies that are faster, yeah, luggers need protection.
Yeah.
But you know, I was gonna shoot at them. Rebel weren't gonna stop.
Yeah, I agree.
So
Yeah. Okay. So and then I really thought around if it wasn't for that moment where I let Faber through, like I was in a pretty strong spot. I felt more comfortable than I thought I was going to be.
One thing I would have looked at too, I didn't measure it because the other charge is more important. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Faber might have had a flank charge in that giant that came in.
Actually, I think he did have it,
Yeah, I think it was.
and I was
close.
wondering if you were going to take it.
And I was thinking if Faber couldn't have fit, he would have taken that.
Yeah.
And I don't think I don't think the giant dies anyways, but it gives me more options.
Yeah.
The next round it gives me more options.
Right.
You know, like things are more open at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, Faber can do stuff, or the Berserker Lord can bounce off.
Mm-hmm.
There was other things I could have done if I took that charge. So either way, it was fine with me.
Yeah. And I looking back, I'm sure that was an overzealous play, but I really didn't think I was just going to do 2 wounds. I really didn't think I was just going to do 2 wounds on that charge, and then of course under the healing environment that you've met.
Yeah.
I mean, it just
Just
goes
enough healing.
just a testament to how good your list is. I mean, it's really well thought out, and I'm really impressed by it. And I would, I recommend anybody take a quick look at your list, and I'm really fond of it as far as a dwarf player, where it's objective based, yet you have fighting capability. You're lending your opponent the opportunities to make their choices, have a fun game.
Yeah.
Come and get me, see what you can do, and that's fun for a lot of opponents. And then on the same side, you do have a little bit of cannon fire to put pressure on them, like you said, put them on a clock.
But I have a bunch of different ways of shooting too. So there's no way to escape. Like you're gonna get shot eventually by something. So
Totally.
and the dogs come around too.
Yeah.
And like at this point, the dog's more psychological. Everyone I've played,
Yeah.
If they I've had just enough good dog games.
Yeah.
Where everyone's like, the dogs,
The angry dogs.
Whether they do anything in the
Yeah.
game is irrelevant at this point. Everyone knows what they can do. And
Yeah.
That's the most important part.
Totally.
You don't want to sit in front of a bunch of dogs, so it forced my opponent to play differently, and that's the biggest point.
Yeah, I've had a bad experience with dogs. I will never
Everyone's
forget.
had bad experience with dogs.
Now the good part for me is that these kind of games really put me in a position to do well in events.
Yeah,
and it's just a testament to our community. I think we have a really great group of guys, and it's a pretty as COVID has been tough on us all, and we haven't got a chance to get our games in. We are coming back. We're getting our games in.
Yeah.
And we're doing our reps. We're getting our reps in.
Yeah, most of the SAT crew is down in San Diego today playing at Ellen's game.
Today playing right now. So
Bayou Battle's going on right now too.
Bayou, man, got some good games going out there. I'm excited to see where Kings goes, and hope that I get a chance to play against more players in different lists, because I think some of our community really likes what they have.
Yeah.
They really just like some of their strategies, and I'm looking for some new fresh opponents, and we have some new community that's grown, and and I'm always looking for a chance to play against them and get beaten and learn some new things, and I'll be better against the next Dwarf Army I play. I know that for sure.
Maybe, as long as not mine.
I'm sure it won't.
Any questions from the crowd?
You guys have any questions? We'll wait a few seconds and see if you guys have anything to say. And let me pull the chat. I can put up the starting soon. I think you can see the chat. And then we go to this. If I can see it better, maybe we can see it better over there.
Love Mike more than me, huh?
Yeah, it sure does. It's fragile. The list is fragile. So I talked to Kyle prior to Kyle Pool. Kyle is our
our Ogre King. I mean, Ogre King, our Goblin King. And I think he's been instrumental in a lot of the community for playing Goblins, right? I mean, he's a lot of everybody does. So I feel like I don't know if they can hear us. I hope they can. I feel like this list is fragile, so you really don't want to overextend. Yeah. Right. And I did that in this game. So yeah. I like to high risk, no risk, no fun. Right. So I think we're good. Again, go ahead and shoot us a message if you guys have any questions and recommendations for the stream. And thanks a lot, guys, and look forward to the next one.